You are tuned in to Kids
In the Pit. Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm being joined by Chris Brady from Quirky Cat Club. Thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. This is really cool. It's been a while since I've been on a podcast.
Nice. Well, glad that you're back on one. So, so I see a lot of Superman memorabilia behind you. So I assume you're a big fan.
Yeah, I have been collecting Superman memorabilia, collectible items since the 1980s, since I was a little kid. So, give you a little sneak preview here of some of the stuff. And it's not even just comics; it's everything you could think of. I have like toothpaste and bottled water and shoelaces and you name it. I have a football helmet right over there on that shelf. Um, it goes around and around and around. Um, Actually, right there, I don't know if you can see them. Those are T-shirts I had when I was like 3 years old that my
Wow,
mom saved for me. So it's a lot of stuff. Um, yeah. So this is like my own little fortress of solitude where I get to come. So that's a little side of myself not many people know about. So you guys got like an inside sneak peek of something I don't talk about a lot.
crazy. Just tell me about the Quirky Cat Club.
Okay, so Quirky Cat Club. It is a 501c3 nonprofit cat rescue that my wife and I started in honor of our cat Wilbur, who passed away. We took in Wilbur um, when one of my wife's friends passed away, and she had a whole bunch of cats. So at the funeral, her mother was asking her closest friends, "Hey, can you take one of the cats?" We weren't looking for a cat at the time, but that wasn't really a situation where you could say no. He was mentally retarded, which I didn't know cats could be that way. Of course they could, but you don't really think about that. So he was a lot of work, and we basically had to teach him how to be a cat. And he latched onto my wife, and he was kind of like her soulmate animal. So when he passed away from feline cancer, and my wife wanted to do something in his honor. At the same time, we were also fostering cats through different rescues, and we kept running into things that we would either do differently or that we didn't really agree with. And it just kind of snowballed. And we said, well, let's just throw our hat in this and see if we can do it better on our own or just more, not even better, just do it a way where we could use our own experience and we could kind of not have to follow the lead of someone else. We also had a cat, one of the cats that we fostered, her name was, we named her Jovi. She came to us at 9 years old and she was in an overcrowded shelter. Her owner passed away and her owner's husband threw her in an overcrowded shelter. She licked all the hair off of her belly and back legs. So we were asked to take her in, help her socialize, and just let her grow her hair back. Supposed to be here for like a month tops. She never left. Last summer, she finally passed away at 18 years old. So between Wilbur and Jovi, we kind of got this idea in our heads where we want to help those older cats who they're not necessarily these cute little kittens anymore, so they're not as adoptable and they're far more vulnerable. But these cats, what we've learned from our experience is they have a lot of life left in them and they had a lot of love left to offer. So a lot of times when those cats lose their first home, unfortunately they do end up getting euthanized because of overcrowded shelters, or they spend the rest of their life in a cage, or their owner kind of opens up the door and just lets them go. So we like to step in for those cats who need the help a little bit more than like everybody loves cute little kittens. So the older guys kind of need the help more. So we like to help them find that second forever after their first ones run out. That being said, we do have a hard time saying no to cats in need, and we have developed friendships with different rescues around. So we almost always have batches of kittens also because we have a hard time saying no. But that's us in a nutshell.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we have two cats right now. One of them is a kitten. I mean, it was sort of a rescue because he wasn't in like the best household. There were a ton of cats and um,
Ton of kids.
yeah, a ton of kids, and it was kind of chaotic. So
Yeah, like a hoarding situation.
yeah,
Yeah. What are your cats' names?
his name's Eddie. So
Okay.
and then our other one named Esther. So we decided to go with the E theme. So yeah, Eddie, I believe he's like 4 months old, something like that.
Oh, just a little guy. Okay.
An orange cat. Then our other cat, Esther, she's like two, I think, maybe 2.5.
Okay. Eddie and Esther.
Yep. So
I like it.
we adopted her from this like shelter in Maryland. It's called Fetch Thrift Shop, I think. It was a thrift store and a cat rescue.
Oh, that's cool.
And we adopted him from a little kind of chaotic house. But
That's Eddie.
yep.
I
Bye-bye.
actually brought two friends with me, and I'm gonna bring the first one out now because he kind of looks like your guy. So we have the back here of babies that are 9 weeks. We usually don't adopt out until the cats are 16 weeks. So that way they're old enough to safely get neutered, spayed, and vaccinated and snap tested. So this is Knick Knack. He's 9 weeks old, and
Wow.
he's a litter of there's a litter of four. It's two brothers and two girls. The two boys are both ginger cats, like your Eddie. Their names are this is Knick Knack. The other one's name is Knock Knock, and then the girls are Clink and Keysby. But so in about almost 2 months, he'll be available for adoption. So hopefully people see him.
We adopted.
And then just because she's cranky now, this is the sister. This is Keysby. This is a cat. This is a calico. They're black, white, and orange. They're my favorite. My favorite type of cat is the calico cat. I have a soft spot for calicos.
Esther's a tortie. I'll try to get her.
She
Our
usually
Jovi was a tortie. We have a mother tortie right now. We just brought her in. She was a pregnant cat. So we have a lot of cats right now. So I turned down like 17 people asking for help in the past week. And we got the one email and I was about a pregnant mother and I was like, oh, I can't possibly do that. And then I saw a picture and it looked just like my cat Jovi that passed away. So we rearranged our entire dining room. We made her like this little nesting station. So she's in there now. So in a couple weeks, she'll be having her babies.
real quick. Our cat Esther doesn't really like being held, but we just want to show you her real quick.
She's a fatty.
Aw. She's adorable.
Hey,
Bye-bye. Hey.
you can go now.
All right. Go eat.
Very cool.
Bit of a grump.
Yeah.
But yeah. So how many cats live at your house?
So we are very small. My wife and I started this rescue, and we are very lucky. We have four really great foster mothers that help us out. But in our house, we have 7 cats of our own plus a dog.
Wow.
And the dog, we have he's a Jack Wawa. So it's part Chihuahua, part Jack Russell. He weighs about 10 pounds. And the deal was he has to get along with the cats or he can't live here. So he gets along fine with the cats, but he hates me. He's a crazy dog. But and then currently we have we have one of our bedrooms is a foster room. So we have the foster room is full. We have the nesting station in the dining room for Mojo is what we call the mother. And then we have little playpens set up. So we have probably about 15 cats in our house right now. But most of them are available for adoption. We're hoping a lot of times things slow down in the summer. So we're hoping now that schools are back in session, the adoptions will start to pick up.
Yeah, we need to come visit and meet them sometime.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I would love to have you guys.
Um, we're playing. Yeah, we're playing your show in New Jersey. My band. Yeah.
In December. Yeah, very excited about that. And that's I'm glad I finally got you guys. I met you at last year's Camp Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And just before I even listened to your demo, I bought a demo off you, and just talking to you and talking to your mother and your father, it was inspiring stuff for a kid your age to be doing that. And then when I finally got to speak to you, you were like, "Yeah, I want to play this festival next year." And then this year you played this festival, and I got to tell you, not only was it cool. Hold on, I got a text message coming in. Not only was it cool seeing you play, but I love the fact that you were given 25 minutes to prove that World of Chaos belonged at Camp Pennsylvania. And you took part of your set and you shared the stage with kids younger than yourself, kids 6, 7, 8 years old, who just wanted to be up there and be rock stars. That the level of humility and the level of maturity that showed blew my mind. And I was so happy to meet you last year, and I was so in awe over you were wise beyond your years, Gabe. And I mean that with full sincerity. And this year at Camp Pennsylvania, you proved that even more. The how you took your time and you gave it back to someone else. And I told my wife right then and there, like I knew last year I wanted to work with you, and I brought you up to Jersey and I put you on a show with Stenchel, and we never really got a timeline to do a show together. So as soon as I started fantasy booking this year's show, I was like, I want to try to get Gabe. I want to try to get World of Chaos. And then after seeing your set, you were the first band on my page when I started booking that show. So you guys are doing great work. Please keep it up. I love the music and I love your attitude to the whole scene even more.
Thank you. And thanks so much for getting us on that Jersey show last year. That was very, very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to do it. Stenchell's going to be on this show too, so you'll get to see them again.
Yeah.
They're good buddies.
Yeah, Harry's the one that booked that.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I don't remember. It was. Oh yeah. So how far from the show that we're playing? How far is that from the shelter?
Or your house.
Your house?
So, the shelter is home based. So the show, I believe it's about an hour and 10 minutes away from where I'm at. Kearney, New Jersey is not really North Jersey. I think it's more like a central Jersey, which is good because a lot of the hardcore heavy shows we do are so far North Jersey, it's almost New York. It's in like the Palisades, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Meat Locker up there. That's like a big, like heavy metal, thrash, hardcore. And it's funny because it's underneath. It's a literal like meat locker of like this fancy Italian restaurant. So like if you didn't know it was there, you would have no idea. You would just walk right past it, and it's all like these like yuppie people walking around in like polo shirts with buttons and stuff, and having fancy dinners. And then you go down, and it's just like this graffiti gutted out meat locker. But it's so far up North Jersey, so I'm glad we're not going as far because usually we do those shows and I work the next morning. So I'm glad that I don't this time around.
Wow. Yeah. Well, if you guys are on our way, we'll try to get there.
What town?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a Saturday, so we could definitely work something out.
Okay.
What town is
What town are you in? If you're comfortable saying on the podcast.
What's that?
What town are you in? If you're.
Oh,
Cool.
we are in Maple Shade, New Jersey. A lot of people don't know where that is. We're like 15 minutes from Philly, and people who are familiar with Jersey, we are kind of right in between the Cherry Hill Mall and the Morristown Mall. It's like a little tiny town.
We pretty much drive by. So it depends if you guys are playing that Friday night anywhere. That's all.
Okay.
If you're not, then we can.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a show on Friday night, so make it a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That would be
that'd
in
be cool.
little town.
How do you go about booking your shows? Is it just you call and say, hey, do you have a spot?
Kinda. I mean, it's me and my mom, and well, I guess mainly me, but she knows some people, so she helps with some of them. But I mean, it just like sometimes places will reach out to us, and then or we'll reach out to places. Like we'll try to book a tour. Just, I mean, I don't think we don't really call. We more just like
Instagram
yeah,
message
just
usually.
Instagram message.
Well, if I happen to hear anything going on the night before, I'll put in a good word for you, and I'll let you know if what comes down. Somewhere
Okay.
around the Jersey area, I'm guessing.
Well, some guy in Middletown, New York,
Yeah, there was a guy in Middletown, New York that might.
said he might be able to do it, which is,
Okay.
we would drive past, we drive up to New York and then down.
Wait, but then couldn't
Yeah.
we shelter?
And
on
you can turn around and come back and do the Jersey show.
Yep,
Yeah,
Where
and
are you playing that Sunday? Do you have something for Sunday too?
New York City.
oh yeah, we're playing the Bowery Electric in
Oh,
Manhattan.
that's such a cool place. Yeah, that's a cool spot.
At like 2 p.m.
Yeah, but it'll be fun.
Oh, really? Matinee show.
Yeah, and it's a Drew Stone show, so it's kind of
Yeah.
he's like a big deal, I guess.
Yeah. We really want to play the Meat Locker someday. So if you ever hear of a show there that needs a band,
So I try to book about 2 or 3 shows out of the Meat Locker every year. Um, I don't think I'm pretty sure I have 2 more shows scheduled for this year. And we have another thing I'm not talking about yet because it didn't happen yet, but I'm working towards something. It's a lot of paperwork involved. I had to apply for separate insurance. It's like a whole thing. So I think I'm probably done for the year. I have one show in October and then the show that you're going to be at in December. But when the calendar turns to 2026, I'm going to start looking to put together some shows at the Meat Locker. And I'm definitely going to put your name out there to get on at least one, maybe 2 of them. All right.
awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a cool spot. And you guys would do great there. So when we start booking out that show, I'm going to put your name out there. I'll let them know that I want you on it.
Sick. We were recently on a Quirky Cat Club CD compilation. What are some of the other bands that have been on it?
Yeah. So we are known. This is actually really cool. So we got the nickname of South Jersey's punk rock cat rescue, pretty much just because I am an old punk rock kid myself. And one of the things I did when I was playing music 20 years ago is I always gave out pins and stickers. There was no Instagram back then. We were just on the verge of MySpace forming. So it was constant promotion. It was hit the ground. It was word of mouth. I was calling everybody. I was playing whatever open mics or bars or whatever would have me. And it was always promoting. And that's kind of all I know. So when we started doing the cat rescue, it was the same thing. We have to get our brand out there. We have to expand. Best way to do that, hand out a bunch of free stuff. People are going to say, hey, what's Quirky Cat Club? And hopefully come look us up. So parallel to that, just by pure dumb luck, we were invited to set up a table at a local punk rock show. And we ended up sponsoring that show. I covered the door to make sure all the bands wouldn't have to take, because it was one of those weird places where the bands had to sell tickets. Whatever it was, it was. But anyway, we set up a table, and I just fell in love with the punk rock scene again. So from there we expanded, and we started throwing our own shows. We started being invited to play different people's EP releases, and we just became like a presence in the local punk rock community. We started going to like the Trenton punk rock flea market. From there, I was invited to Camp Pennsylvania, where I ended up meeting you guys. And it just kind of snowballed into this thing. And so last year, being South Jersey's Punk Rock Cat Rescue, I felt like the next thing, I'm always trying to, my mind never stops. So I'm always trying to think of the very next thing we can do for the rescue. And it just made sense. If we're going to be South Jersey's Punk Rock Cat Rescue, then every band that we've worked with are part of our ever growing soundtrack. So last year, I got together with all the bands that we worked with over the last 2 years, and we put out Quirky Cat Club Comp. Actually made CDs of it. I think I gave you one. You're on here. You're track number 10, Poison Kitchen. So we made an album, and everybody was cool. They all donated a track. You guys donated a track. And we put it on Bandcamp. And then because I'm an old guy that still has a CD player, I made CDs of it. And it was such a hit that we're going to keep it rolling. So every year, whatever bands we work with, I'm going to get them together and we're going to make another album. So this year, I think you guys already donated a song for Volume 2. So Volume 1, we had Ditz, False Nine, or MC Lars. He's a buddy of mine for like 20 years ago. We had Froggy, they're a great band. Chemical X, they're going to be on the Christmas show again this year with you guys. Hyperfang, Something Profound. Their lead singer and his wife actually foster for us also. Um, Wishful Thinking's on here. No Compliance, who also played Camp Pennsylvania. Just a lot of good bands. We have 26 bands on the CD, and I think 31 on the digital Bandcamp because I can only fit so much on the tape. And this year, it's shaping up to possibly be a double disc if I make it into a physical copy. But I already have like I think 42 bands that contributed a track to this year's album.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're growing. We're doing great.
Yeah. Do you get your buttons for free? If not, we can make you 100 for free.
What? No, I'm paying for all my stuff, man. What do you make them yourself?
Yeah, we have a button
You got
maker.
one of those button machines?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I'll make it for you guys for free if you
I
want.
used to have one of them. That'd be awesome, man. But not for free though. I will definitely pay you for your time and effort.
Nah, it's fine. It's easy. It takes me like 40 minutes
Was
to
it
make
30,
100.
37 minutes?
37 minutes. Took me 37 minutes to make 100. So you.
Oh wow. What size pins are you making? Are they 1 inch or 1 1/4?
We have multiple sizes, but
This is one.
this one I recommend because it's the least work.
Yeah.
What do
So
you guys?
do you for your artwork, do you hand draw it or do you do it like on the computer and print it out and cut it out?
Yeah, my mom prints them out, so you just send them to us and just
Okay. Yeah, do you have like a template that you use?
yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah, man, thank you. See that? Networking. I love it.
Yeah, for
And your mom can make stickers.
yeah, you can make stickers, I can make buttons.
Yeah, no charge. It'll help to help the kitties.
That's awesome, man. You guys are awesome. You guys are great.
Yeah, for kitties and for putting us on a show because that. Yeah.
That wasn't me doing you a favor. I told you I'm a huge fan of your bands. I don't do sappy favors like that. You blew me away, man. So I'm excited to have you guys.
Thank you. So, what was the first punk show you went to, and how old were you?
Ooh, okay. So, first punk show. Before I was a punk rock kid, I was an old grunge kid. I grew up in the late 80s and early 90s. So, the first punk rock show I think was probably the Dropkick Murphys. I think I was like 11 or 12, and it's funny because I saw them recently, and I'm looking around, and I'm like one of the oldest guys here, and I remember I was about 11 or 12 because they pointed me out and they pulled me on stage because I was the youngest kid there, and they put me in a straitjacket, and they told me to just run and jump, and I didn't know any better, so I ran and I jumped, and it was the first time I ever went crowd surfing. It was ridiculous. So that was probably my first like mainstream punk rock show. But the next year I went, and like I said, I was an old grunge kid. I saw the band Local H, and that was the one that like really like blew my mind. I don't know if you're a fan of the band, if you ever heard of them. They're not really doing a whole lot now. They do like reunion tours around, but if you look up their older stuff, awesome band. I'm actually in their music video for Fritz's Corner. I'm 13 years old and I'm like jumping, and they filmed me overhead, jumping over the stage into the crowd.
Yeah.
But I worked for the Philadelphia Department of Rec when I was a teenager, and we used to host like local shows there, and that's really where like you cut your teeth and you really feel like you're punk rock. So that the very first show I was there was local bands called Golga and Skittlebox, and they made me punk rock fans for the rest of my life. They changed my whole life. Those two bands. So I guess I'd consider that my first show that mattered. How about you?
Wait, what was the question?
Your first.
Oh, my first show. It was Bad Religion in 2019 in Orlando.
No, 2021.
What? Wait, what did I say?
It's 2019.
Oh,
You're 9.
in Orlando.
because
Was
we
that the tour with Alkaline Trio in
yeah
2021? So
Maybe-
I was supposed to go to that tour when they came through town, but then COVID hit, and that tour got pushed back like 2 years. And when they finally got to do it, I wasn't able to go. But I did have tickets before
Yeah.
COVID struck.
The after. I mean, it was like
Cool.
it was the later one.
yeah we
Yeah.
went
It was
we
2021.
went
I
to
guess.
3 of the shows, right? So the first one was Orlando because we do a yearly like Disney World trip as a family. So
Yeah.
it wasn't planned. The Disney trip was planned, and then that show had happened to fall on the same day that we were in Orlando. So
Was it at the House of Blues down there?
yeah,
Yeah.
when it was a
It
Hard
was-
Rock, right?
Maybe it was Hard Rock because it was
Yeah.
at
No, because it wasn't in.
it was
Disney
at
World.
Universal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the Hard Rock.
Yeah, House of Blues is like in downtown Disney though. which-
Yeah, it's in downtown Disney.
Yeah.
First time I ever saw Blink-182 was in that House of Blues. It was such a weird show.
Wow.
Was it 2021 or 2020? Yeah,
Uh,
2021.
You don't have to show the video.
I'm not.
Podcast that.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we saw that, and then we on the way back home, we also saw them in Silver Spring, Maryland, which is like outside of DC, and then Philly.
Bad Religion's a great band.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're
Yeah.
still one of my favorites for sure.
I will send him the video if you sing it along at night.
Okay, you can do that. So where's your favorite place you've ever visited in the world?
Speaking of Disney World, I would probably go with that too. My wife and I actually proposed in Disney World, and we had our honeymoon in Disney World.
Wow.
And I have 3 brothers, and we're all still really close. And when we were kids, the first time we went to Disney World, we stayed at like the Yacht and Beach Club, and it was like so fancy because my dad was like, I don't know if we're ever going to make it back here, so we're just going to spend money and do the most. And then they made like the All-Star Resort hotels. They were a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
So then we
That's
were able to go back every couple years, and it's even now. Like I'm old now. I'm in my 40s now, but like it's the one place where you can go and just like you can be a kid again. You can just escape reality. So that's definitely probably my favorite place I've ever been.
nice. Yeah, we stay at the All-Star resorts or the campgrounds in a tent. I can't like I love camping, but for some reason, like whenever I camp in Disney, I get like literally like 40 mosquito bites. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the bugs are bad down there because that crazy humidity. Did you camp this year at Camp Pennsylvania?
Yeah, and it was for 4 nights.
4
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah.
Are you there like what
We're there on
Thursday night into Friday?
Yep.
Yeah.
How
So
did you like it?
it was fun. So where there were 2 tents. So the drummer and bassist of my band were in one, and then our guitarist, me and my mom were in another one. So
Yeah. So this is our 3rd year at camp, and my wife really wanted to camp this time. So I said, I didn't think she was going to get into it. She said, "Oh, I really want to try it." So I bought a tent. I bought like a blow up mattress. I did the whole thing. She hated it. She hated it. It was not for her. So the second night she made me, I was so upset. She made me, I had to go get a hotel room and pay probably like 4 times the amount that I would have paid if I would have booked one in the first place because it was the last minute. She was like, I can't sleep here again.
Was it the heat or the loudness or
No, it wasn't the noise. I think it was just like it was very stuffy. It was humid. It was kind of gross, and she's not at all the outdoorsy type. So I tried to warn her, like, can't like the only time she ever went camping, she sent me a picture, and it was like her and her girlfriend in like a hot tub drinking wine. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, we're camping. I was like, that's not camping. Like, that's not camping. So she got more than she bargained for, and I don't think we're gonna be camping next year. So now I have all this camping stuff in my garage, and I'm probably never gonna use again.
we
But-
brought the drummer's air conditioner from his dad's house,
yeah.
and it
Wait.
made all the difference in the world.
Wait, so
Whoop. Would you plug it into the car or something, or was it like a portable thing? Because we had fans, but they didn't do nothing.
We had power because where
Yeah.
we were close to buildings, the vendor,
Oh, okay.
the extension cord.
Wait,
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the trick.
It made all the
wait.
difference. It
So
was cold.
you said your wife and her girlfriend?
Girlfriend can mean friend, Gabe.
They
Like
can't?
they went on like a girls' trip, and they like rented a cabin and it had like a hot tub and stuff.
He
Why?
didn't. He didn't.
Uh,
Girls could have
But
girlfriends
then why can't I
unless
call Jaden my boyfriend?
oh, her friend who's a girl.
girls call each other girlfriend even when they're not girlfriends.
Wait, so then
You can
that
call
doesn't make any
Jaden
sense.
your boyfriend, but you'll get made fun of.
Wait,
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
Women
it's
can
just weird. Women have different rules that we don't have to follow. So,
that's kinda weird.
but she was with a group of friends that happened to all be girls.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. I was confused.
Sorry for the confusion.
So
She does
last-
not have a girlfriend that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah, so we so on Saturday night, no, so Friday and Thursday night, my mom said we had to like get good sleep because we play on Saturday.
Yeah.
On like Saturday night and Sunday night, she said stay up as late as you want because it doesn't matter. You guys don't have to play. So on Saturday night, we all stayed up really late. So I think our drummer went to bed at like 1 or 2, then our guitarist went to bed at like 3 or 4.
Did you just go to like the campfire that they were doing? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, that was pretty cool.
yeah. I went to bed at 5, and then our bassist went to bed at 7.
You
I
went to
just
bed at 5 in the morning, like when
what?
the sun was coming up.
Yeah.
Man,
I did that a couple days ago. I just like
I
couldn't.
miss being young.
Yeah, I went to bed at like 10.
But a couple days ago, I don't know why I couldn't sleep, so I was just kind of just like up till 7 a.m. Then I fell asleep.
I said you guys can stay up, but you better be in the tent when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, everybody. Weston was
I
too.
thought you wake
Actually.
up at like 7.
Weston was in his tent. I checked.
So when you went to bed at 5 a.m., what time did you wake up?
Probably like 12. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah. And then there was another kid with us. I don't shoot, what was his name? I don't know, but we were hanging out with him and he pulled the all nighter with me and our bassist. Does it count as an all nighter if you go to sleep like after the sun comes up?
yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, I think that counts. I think you're good.
Okay. Because to me, like I feel like it's not a true all nighter if you go to sleep. Like I feel like you got to stay up the whole day, then you go to sleep the next night.
As I feel like as long as you're not the first one to go to sleep where they're going to make fun of you, then I think you're cool. But yeah, if you stayed up till the sun came up, that's an all-nighter.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, everyone was high except for us 4 or us 5 because we had a friend with us.
All the adults were.
Yes. They were just all high and drunk, and there were like guitars, and then me and our guitarist played a World of Chaos song and a Descendants song.
At the bonfire.
So I really one of the things that I really like about camp is I don't drink or smoke or do drugs or anything like that. I'm straight edge. I don't do any of that stuff. I like the fact that even though it exists in camp and it's freely smoking, drinking, passing around, whatever. There's almost like this unwritten understanding where everyone there is just cool. There's not like an event security team. There's no one really enforcing any rules. But even going back to the first year that I was there, when it was in like a drive-in parking lot, the guy from Stupid Rad merch, I went to buy some stickers or something, and he was like, "Hey man, have a shot with me," and I was like, "No, it's cool, I don't drink." And he was like, "You don't drink? That's cool, man." And they gave me a bottle of water, and it was just like, what? And like when I was your age, the peer pressure sucked. It was just like you could either be out there doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, or you were like the worst kind of nerd that there was, and you would be vilified for it, and you would be made fun of it. So, I just love the whole atmosphere of camp where everyone just accepts what it is. And it's almost like they know, like, if we screw this up, we might not get to come back next year. So everyone just has a good time. And even with the drinking and the smoking and stuff, like, you don't feel like you're out of place if you don't participate. And that's such a cool world and scene for you to grow up in, because I didn't have that. And it was rough. So that's really cool that you guys Like at least there. I don't know how it is where you're at or what clubs you go to, but at camp, it's just like everyone there just gets along, and I love it. It's such a great feeling.
Yeah. My parents are straight edge, and my band is all straight edge. And if any of the members like drank or smoked, we would reverse peer pressure them. Like we would kick them out on the spot. If they're like
Well,
of age, they can
try
be.
to talk to them first. Don't kick them out because I mean, if you got some talented musicians there, maybe they can be spoken to. You don't have to kick them out immediately, but as
Well,
long as they're like, as long as they're not pressuring you to make bad decisions with them, then I think it's worth. Don't, you don't have to kick them out. Just exactly reverse peer pressure. Be a good influence.
if they were underage, I would kick them out.
Oh, if they were underage, yeah, then that's definitely more
Yeah.
of a thing.
Once they're 21, they're open to do whatever they want. But
Yeah, but that's good on you guys though.
yeah,
That you guys all have that mindset that young of an age.
yeah, got that PMA.
Exactly.
So, if you could live as one animal for a day and be safe from dying, what kind of animal would you choose?
An animal?
Kitty
I
cat.
think I probably know what your answer is.
I bet you don't. An octopus.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
I would
Right.
want to be an octopus. An octopus is my favorite animal, despite all the cats. And I feel like because all the cats, like I said, we never stop moving. There's always something to do. And I feel like if I had 6 extra arms to help, that'd probably come in handy.
Yeah. You
How
could
about you?
you could become the best drummer there is.
That's true too.
You
I
need
need like tie really good knots.
yeah, you need really like you need good leg extensions though. If you're like imagine an octopus sitting on a stool. Actually no, their tentacles might be long enough to hit the pedals. Like
Probably.
I don't know.
How about you? What kind of animal would you be?
Probably some sort of bird because I want to be able to fly. Like maybe like an eagle. It might be kind of fun to be like a chicken because we have chickens and they're kind of stupid and just like hanging out.
Can chickens fly?
No, they can't fly, but
They can fly like over the fence, but that's
yeah,
it.
they can.
They can just jump high?
Yeah, it'd be kind of I don't know, some sort of bird probably.
Oh, you said you have chickens?
Yeah,
Like as pets or like as food chickens?
Pets that poop breakfast.
yeah.
Do you
you
have a farm?
No, we have an HOA. We're not supposed to have chickens. Nobody
You have
cares.
like you have like a chicken coop in the backyard?
Yep.
We have backyard chickens.
That's awesome. Are there foxes around there that know you have chickens?
Gotten fox attacks, but we have got hawk attacks.
Which sucks. We've lost a couple. Sometimes there will be like baby chickens and we'll just get swooped up, which sucks.
By the hawks?
Yeah,
That's scary.
that's all we've ever had. No,
Yeah.
because we're in a neighborhood. I don't think foxes really come here.
I get attacked by a fox once.
Whoa.
Wow.
It was crazy. So this lady, she had a kitten like that she was feeding, and she called us and she was like, "Hey, I got this kitten that I'm feeding, but I need you to come get it because I don't want it outside of my house anymore." We're like, "Well, stop feeding it." But she was like, "Well, I'm already feeding it, so he's coming by." So we went and the kitten took off. So we set up a trap, and we were like, "I'm gonna go get dinner or something." I was like, "If he comes back within the hour and gets stuck in the trap, call me." So she called and she was like, "The kitten's in the trap." I was like, "All right, cool. We're coming back to get him." And we got there and she was outside next to the trap, like sweeping the sidewalk like with a broom. I was like, "What are you doing?" She was like, "Oh, well, after the cat was in the trap, a fox came and like tried to get the kitten." And I was like, "What? That's crazy." And like, I've never even seen a fox before. And so I'm standing there and I'm holding the cat in the trap and she's telling me about this fox. And then you see like this fox just poke out from behind a tree. I was like, "Oh, that little guy, he's cute." And the fox ran and jumped on the thing and ran up my arm and I dropped the trap and I screamed. And when the trap hit the ground, it opened and the kitten ran that way and the fox ran that way and never saw either of them again. So I hope the kitten got away, but that was my first and hopefully last experience with a fox.
Hopefully. I know I keep seeing these like videos on like Instagram of like pet foxes and they're really cute, but
They
yeah,
make weird noises in those videos, don't they? I never knew what a fox sounded like, but they like
they're
make
like
this weird like chirping sound.
it's like
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah,
I didn't know that's what a fox sounded like.
yeah. I thought they would like sound like a dog or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or like a growl or a hiss or something. But there's like these little weird. It's cute almost. Like you wanna be its friend, but don't.
Yeah, there's definitely some nice foxes, but a lot of them probably aren't that nice.
And I think they probably all want to eat chickens though. So just be wary.
We couldn't. I don't think we could have a fox because we have kittens and chickens.
How many chickens do you have?
Probably
About
16.
16,
Yeah, 16 or 17.
Do they all have names? Like
Uh,
they're like pets?
only a couple of them do.
We used to name
Yeah.
them.
Can you tell them apart?
Yeah, they all look different.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
That's
They.
neat.
I think the reason we don't name them is because like sometimes they'll just get eaten and we get too attached. That's part of
Where
it.
do you get chickens at?
Um, I mean, there will be people like selling them for like $10.
Or Tractor Supply.
Yeah, Tractor Supply can get baby. So, our chickens like, so a lot of times they'll be broody, except we don't have any roosters because they crow. So they'll be sitting on unfertilized eggs all the time. So we'll just go to Tractor Supply, buy baby chicks, and then
Huh.
in the night, my mom will just like put the baby chicks under the moms and take the eggs, and they'll think it hatched overnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll think it's their own baby, which because yeah,
And then they grow up to be full-size chickens as well.
yep.
That's the problem.
That's why you have 16 now.
Yep.
How
Yeah.
long does a chicken live? I don't know much about chickens, I guess.
We have one
I'm a
that's like
city kid.
We have like a 7-year-old chicken. That's like the one that's
That's
lived
old.
longest. I think we have like a 5-year-old one too. And
And they
then
lay eggs like every day?
we're getting like 6 or 7 eggs a day.
Wow. Okay. You guys eat a lot of eggs down there, huh?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. 6, 7, explain it. I just said a 6 or 7, that's why he's laughing, because it's a stupid teenage meme, 6, 7.
it's on like Instagram.
What is 6'7"? Am I gonna understand it?
It's like some
Brain
dumb,
rot.
dumb like rap song, but now it's a big meme. And you go 6, 7, and then
Yeah.
earlier you said like 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old kids, and I was holding back laughter so hard.
So stupid.
I don't know. You kids, all right. I got a question for you. This probably has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. So, as you see, I'm a big Superman fan. I collect a lot of stuff. When the movie came out, I was looking for like the action figures and things like that. What is Skibbity Toilet? There's a whole aisle and a half of Skibbity Toilet toys, and no one can explain it to me because I don't know anyone. Even my nephews, like I was like, "What is that?" And they just like smiled and like they don't want to tell me.
So it's like, so it's brain rot, but it started as like a YouTube like animated series. It's really stupid, but it's like, so I think I've never like sat down and watched it, but it's like it's like in a game. It's like a 3D. It's made in like a 3D software. What do you
That guy.
that kind of, well that's one that's I don't know.
It's like a dude in a toilet.
So there's the I think it's kind of like a war. So
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like a guy's head sticking out of a toilet. I was like, why is this all over the store?
I don't know. So there's these like toilet heads, which are which is the toilets, and then there's the cameraman, which is like a guy with a camera on his head, and then there's like the TV man, which is the guy with a TV on his head.
They didn't put a lot of thought into this,
Like
did they?
or something. I don't even know. We also have a shirt that says Skibby Thrash Metal on the back. So
You do?
yeah.
You know what? Didn't I ask you this before about Skibidi? I think I asked you because I saw the shirt. I ask every time I meet a kid around your age, I ask them to try to explain it to me because I still have no idea.
Maybe.
We probably had this conversation already
Probably.
If you had those shirts at
because you had the shirts at camp.
Yeah, I barely. Well, I know in like brain rot language, skibbity means evil.
Evil. What is brain rot language? I don't even know what that is. How far out of the loop am I?
So if you went on my phone and scrolled on my Instagram reel feed, you would see brain rot. Um, So it's kind of like there's different memes every month, and it's kind of like a trend. So right now there's one called Totya, which is SpongeBob, but he's like really small, and it's Russian, so it's T-O-T, then the backward R. It doesn't mean anything in Russian, but it's pronounced Totya. There's also
Okay.
My Mother Ate Fries, which is from a movie.
Yeah, we were at Chick-fil-A and my 11-year-old said, "Can I take a video of you eating a fry?"
Then
Did you let him?
Yeah,
Were you in on the joke? Or are
I
you
knew
internet famous now?
I'd heard them talking about it. So I'm
Then
like, sure, show your friends
there's
that your
also-
mom eats fries.
there's also Evil Homer. So there's 5 different colors of Homer Simpson's face. I think it's like yellow, purple, green, blue, and red is the evil one.
These
Yeah.
I'm
things
so
for
confused.
like weeks, and then something else will be popular for 2
Yeah.
weeks, and it's you say 6, 7, and they crack up.
6-7 is a very important one, because it's been a thing for about 3 months, so I think it's gonna last a while.
Okay. Skibbity's been a couple years.
Yeah, there's also a massive one called the Low Taper Fade, which is there's a streamer that plays like Fortnite, and his name's Ninja, and there's a meme that says, "Imagine if Ninja got a low taper fade," which is a type of haircut.
Okay. What does his hair look like now?
I don't know. It's kind of like long-ish.
Uh,
Hair. Yeah, imagine if
Oh.
he low taper fade. Then I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, there's SDIYBT, which stands for Start Digging in Your Butt Twin.
Even adults know it. Like, remember somebody said that at your show?
Ooh.
That band that had like the trans singer. Didn't
Who?
he yell that on stage?
Oh yeah, I remember that in
Or
Philly.
She. Yeah, she yelled it like to you guys, "Stop digging in your butt, twin."
No, Start Digging in Your Butt Twin.
Whatever it is.
Ready. Anyways,
I don't know.
Stupid.
That's all crazy talk to me.
all hilarious.
Not hilarious.
Yep. Oh yeah, we also leave for tour not when this comes out, we will have been
There and back already.
yeah, but we're leaving for tour tomorrow. It's like 2 days. It didn't
Oh yeah.
so
It's a weekend.
it's a weekend, so it's a Saturday and a Monday. It's not the best, but it'll be fun anyways. So the first show is Carbondale, Illinois, and we leave tomorrow because it's 14 hours away. And
You drive?
yeah.
Your mom drives you?
Yeah, I'm dumb.
Yeah. Then our second show is West Virginia. I don't know the town. It's like Martinsburg or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, so we had a show on a Friday in Tennessee, but the promoter and we like booked a tour around it. But then the promoter decided that he can't do the show anymore. So we were like, okay.
They cancel the whole show?
Yeah, he canceled that whole show for some reason.
So now
That
you're
sucks.
just driving all the way to Illinois.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
But he asked us to do the show. Like, come on, dude.
And he
Whatever.
reached out to them, which is
How long ago did he cancel it? Did he give you like enough time to try to book something else, or did this just
I-
happen?
It was,
a month at least.
yeah, it was
but
it was like a month. It was stupid, but
So how do you work? What grade are you in?
I think 8th.
You
He
think
doesn't-
eighth?
that's why he doesn't. He's never been to school.
Oh,
Um,
you homeschooled.
Yeah, so he's like, I don't know what grade.
I'm 13 and my birthday
Yeah,
is
he'd be-
November 3rd. So
Okay, well that answers my question. I was going to say, how do you work your touring around your school schedule? But if you're homeschooled, I guess
so
if mom's your teacher, then you probably get away. You probably get it off easy.
The drummer, he does go to school, and his dad is letting him miss a couple days.
because he's like he gets straight A's, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
if you do good in school, you can miss. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
And then our bassist is also homeschooled, so he can go. And then our guitarist, she can't.
She's not going
Yeah.
because she has school.
Yeah.
So they'll plays a 3-piece.
Yep.
So how does that work when you were like 5 or 6? Your mom and dad had to like register with like City Hall and be like, yeah, we're gonna teach them ourselves.
I wish you just
Um,
said 6 or 7 instead of 5 or 6.
See, I learned. I didn't.
You'll learn. In Delaware, you just go online and you make a homeschool. We called ours Antonio Academy with the
you should've
Department of
called it-
Education.
You should have called it something like funnier.
Yeah.
Like
So-
Antonio Academy is boring.
Yeah, so
Could
once
have called
they're
it like Skibbity Academy.
when they're 5, you just sign them up and you put. We don't even put a grade. It's just there's an option for like ungraded, so you don't have to put what year, and you just report.
So do you have to like submit something to the state every year about like his grades, or is it
No.
just like whatever?
Delaware is very laid back. We submit,
Oh.
and that's it. Attendance. Yes, he lives here. He's always here.
He didn't miss any days.
I put 180 days every year, and then you that's all you have to do. So, but he's smart.
That's awesome.
Doing
I
okay.
was I was a school teacher for 11 years. And COVID hit, and then I stopped being a school teacher before COVID, but it's a whole different thing now. And now it's even worse. Now with like they're changing history and they're rewriting the rules and they're deciding what you can and can't learn, and you're going to learn the way that it's this whole
And a
it's a
lot of
scary world out there. So right now, like homeschool's the way to go, man, because that way,
people are
Yeah.
schooling more and more because of all that. I just never felt right sending him away. Like I was like, "You're 5, you can't go away yet. I want to keep." And he didn't want to go, and then so it felt like the natural thing to do. So
is he the firstborn?
Wait, what?
yep, he was first,
Yeah.
and then I have an 11-year-old. So
Also homeschooled at Antonio Academy?
yep. So they've never been to school. You don't want to go, right? Sometimes he'll be like,
Um,
"Oh, that might be cool," and then his friends are like, "No, you do not want to go."
No. School is
Kind of funny.
I mean, you're a smart kid, you got a good head on your shoulders, and you're getting what you need to know, and none of the filler. So you
Right.
are better off than most people right now.
I think
Okay.
you're
Also
probably
better for touring.
that's true.
Because if I was in school, I probably wouldn't have good enough grades to leave.
What grade did you?
Well, the teacher in me doesn't like that answer, but as where we are in the world right now, I agree. Touring is much better.
Where what grade did you teach?
So I was originally hired to teach a K-2 special education classroom,
Oh wow.
kindergarten through second grade, special education. And then what happened with me was I had a job that was like during my student teaching, there was a teacher that was leaving, and it was already set up where I was going to slide into that spot. Um, then she decided she had a lot of like vacation time. She was going to burn through that before she retired because she found out she couldn't like cut a check when she retired with all this vacation time. So when she decided to stay on, I was still teaching her class because she was on vacation leave, but I couldn't get like the teacher rate. I was still the substitute rate because she was technically still on the payroll. So also that messed me up because as a substitute, I didn't really have a home. So the superintendent did this thing where she said she wanted to racially balance the schools. So as low man on the totem pole, I got pulled out of the school I was at, and I was sent to an all black school where I was teaching sixth graders. Brand new teacher, a month out of school,
Yikes.
in probably the only white guy in a 5 mile radius.
Wow.
And not only that, but it was like October when I got sent there. So the Friday before I went, the substitute who was there told all the kids that the white man was coming to take the food out of his mouth.
Jeez.
So I showed up, and it wasn't great. But we got through it, and we had a great first year. And it was actually really cool because my fondest memory of that year, it was a really rough year. First years are always rough as a teacher. The way it started was rough. It was a lot. Some of these kids were bigger than me. It was tough winning them over. But the thing that stands out to me is at the end of the year, when we were done like our finals and all, I was showing them Michael Jackson videos on the computer. And at the time, Michael Jackson had his reputation where like everyone thought he was messing with kids. I don't know the story; it was never really proven, whatever. But he had this image like, oh, he messes with kids. So nobody wanted to watch the videos. I was like, just listen to the music. It's Michael Jackson. Like, you need to know who Michael Jackson is. And we slid all the desks to the side of the room, and these kids just naturally had like the Michael Jackson dance moves in them. It was crazy. And then at the end of that school year, I was transferred to a different school. And a month later, Michael Jackson died. And like 20 of the kids emailed me that summer, and they're like, "Thank you for teaching us about Michael Jackson before he died." And now, because after he died, everybody loved him again. People were
That's-
selling Michael Jackson T-shirts on the corners, and everybody loved Mike again. So these kids were like, "Thank you for teaching us Michael Jackson, the musician, and the artist before he passed, because like we feel like we got to know him now." So that was like my favorite memory of my first year teaching. So
Good.
after that, I got sent to a school, and I taught third grade for the next 7 years. And then I taught fourth grade, but my class came with me from third to fourth grade. So, and then my last year teaching, I was teaching sixth, seventh, and eighth grade literacy at a different school. And that was it for me.
You know what you just said?
I do, but it's what I taught, so I had to say it.
So what's a word?
Sixth through eighth grade, I should have said.
What's a word he should be able to spell?
What?
Well, he taught literacy.
Oh, well, I'm good at spelling words. I'm just not
He
good
could
at
ask you a word. He
pretty
could
bad at
test.
math,
He
though.
could test you a word on
You know
it.
how to spell hypothesis?
I think so. It's HYPOTHESUS.
Close. SIS.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the two.
One off.
I knew it was one of the two.
Not awful.
That's pretty good.
Not too bad.
I knew it was either I or you.
Do
So
you know what a hypothesis is?
it's like a hypothesis or something. That's what I know.
You don't know what it is?
No, but I know it's
You
like,
don't have science class at the Antonio Academy?
wait, what?
You don't have science class at the Antonio Academy?
Not really.
A hypothesis is just basically when you're making a guess about how something will turn out.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's just a fancy word that means you're making a guess.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay.
Okay. We
If-
kind of got sidetracked here. Next question.
Oh yeah. Wait. We were off questions for like 15 minutes. Wow, that's fine. Okay. If you could tell your 13-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
My 13-year-old self?
Yep.
It gets better.
You.
My grandmother always used to tell me, no matter what the situation is, it could always be worse, and it will always get better. And I think that is good advice for any age.
Will it be better for me though? Because like I
Yeah.
feel like
Things will get better.
my
and better.
life is too perfect right now. I don't know if I could ask for anything better.
But it can get
Well, if you're ever in a position where you're upset and you feel like the world is against you, just remember that it gets better.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't like girls yet. It'll get worse for a little bit.
Oh man, you're going to need that advice then. Once it's going to get worse, but it will get better.
Get your heart broken.
Okay. So
So here's the thing though. You have the advantage because as a man, you really only let that happen once, maybe twice. And then you learn. There are hard lessons to learn, but you learn. So remember that when it gets dark, it gets better.
cool. Do you have anything else to add before we wrap it up?
So aside from the show in Christmas, I would also like to promote, if it's okay, on October 18th, for anyone who may be watching this in the New Jersey area, we're doing a pop punk show. It's called Pork Roll for the People, and it's a fundraiser for Quirky Cat Club. So it's not just another show. Local bands are going to be there. Cheer Up Dusty, All Systems Go, My Cousin's Girlfriend's House, The Great American Typewriter, and Turn 2. That's going to be October 18th at The Barn in Williamstown. So that's a cool show. And then our show is December 13th at Jimmy's Lounge in Kearney, New Jersey, with World of Chaos, Stenchel, Husk, Chemical X, and Hyperfang. The only other thing is, people watching this, please follow us at Quirky Cat Club, on Instagram, or at Quirky Cat Club NJ on Facebook. And if you or anyone you know is looking to adopt a cat or a kitten, get in touch, because we have plenty that are looking for homes right now. I guess that's it.
All right. Thanks, Chris, for joining me today, and thanks to all you for watching and listening.
Thank you, Gabe. Thanks for having me, and thanks, Gabe's mom.
And other streaming platforms. Till next week. Bye.